Oh my goodness. EA, DICE, you guys were so close. So close to giving us the Star Wars experience that we wanted. But then you had to go and mess everything up with these loot boxes. And you all better believe that I'm so mad about this that we are gonna talk about it. What's up, YouTube? My name is Justin. This is the Den of Nerds, and everyone, if you like this video, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel if you want to see more stuff from us. Now, just right before we get into talking about this debacle, I just want to give a quick little shout out to Dibble Rules for getting our nerd card question right. You were right, Dibble. There are 10 forms that a Super Saiyan, well, a Saiyan in general, can reach in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Good job, buddy, but let's talk Battlefront. So, we have these loot boxes in Battlefront now, everyone, and don't even try to think about it another way. These loot boxes are pay to win. It is an instant advantage to your character on day one. And as shown in the beta, absolutely all progression is tied to these random loot boxes you can purchase from the store. All of your weapons, all of your abilities, all of your skill cards are pulled from these loot boxes. You literally need to rely on random chance to progress your character. This means that the more real-life money you can spend, the more inherent advantages you can give yourself. This ends up causing a big problem for our players when it comes to progression. Do you personally find that you prefer to play as the officer class? Well, unfortunately for you, all of your skill cards and weapons that you pulled are now tied to the heavy, so it is no longer the smartest decision you can make to play this class you want. You're going to have to play the class you don't want if you want to have the best advantage. Getting the skills that you want to actually have, yes, you can force the skills you want through scrap and all of that good stuff, but it's still going to be a time sink. You'll still need to get tons of skill cards you don't want to break into tons of scrap in order to pay for all of these skill cards and weapons and everything else you need. So it's not even like the loot boxes really break down on the time you need to play the game in order to progress if you're trying to shoot for a specific class or specific hero's progression. Also, class progression in general is not tied to the amount of time that you play that class. It's tied to the amount of skill cards that you have. So if you have been literally unable through random chance to pull all of these skill cards for the class you like, that just means the class you like is going to lag behind no matter how much time you put into it. If you really want to catch up, you'd better pony up some cash just so that you have the chance to level that class up. There's even still a chance you'll get cosmetics in these loot boxes, so if you're strictly hunting for the buffs to make a class better, that's not a guarantee. We also do have this question of player skill coming into play, but there are buff cards you can get in these loot boxes, which are objectively purchased passive power that don't rely on player skill. These are things like healing after kills and lowering your ability cooldowns, just broad spectrum buffs that do not rely on you doing something within the game. So it's not even a question of needing to be skilled to really make use of these powers. It's a damn shame. But EA, I'll give you this. The base game itself is a lot better than the last game we were given. This is a step in the right direction, and this is why I was so excited for Battlefront 2. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do, and what I'm going to tell everyone else to do. Support the base game. That is a positive step in the right direction, and something I really feel we should be voting for with our dollars. But do not buy into this loot box dreck. EA, you gotta fix this. Maybe tie progression to skill, don't make it so I can buy inherent advantages in your primarily multiplayer game, maybe make me level up classes by playing them instead of needing to get these skill cards. Do not bait and switch the gamers with a finished product just so you can slide microtransactions in. That is literally spitting in our face. There was one suggestion that YouTuber Aussie Jedi brought up on his YouTube channel, and one I think might be a decent push in the right direction, and that is having us earn these loot crates at a faster pace. As it stands now, with the paltry sum of free currency that we are offered, it seems almost necessary that we go ahead and pay for these loot crates in order to progress. But if EA and DICE increase these credits because it's too late to change the fundamental infrastructure of the system, and end up closing this gap between the players who are paying for these crates and the players who are just able to earn them in their free time, that might make all of us in this situation feel a little more secure and feel a little more comfortable with Battlefront 2's progression. EA, I legitimately do not expect you to do this. But hey, a man can dream. But what do you all think? How do you feel about Star Wars Battlefront 2's new loot boxes? Do you wish they could have gone a different route? I personally think the fact that class progression is not tied to the amount of time I play that class is just absolutely absurd. But let me know your thoughts about the whole situation in the comments. This is Justin from the Den of Nerds. I hope you're all having an awesome and nerdy day. Well, with the exception of whoever at EA made this decision. And I'll catch you later.